Hello and welcome to the COP-1000 Principles of Programming Week 8 update video. So we see here Week 8 goes from July 6th, which is today, to July 12th. So you should be done with Chapter 8, working on Chapter 9 if you're keeping pace. You should see that one thing to note that when you get to Chapter 10, there are no more programmings after Chapter 10, so 11 and 12 only have quizzes. So still, you see we're winding down to the end of the term, which is going to be, everything needs to be turned in by the 7th of August, right? And here's our grade scale on the syllabus tab of the Canvas. And remember that no extensions will be accepted. All assignments, projects, quizzes, and exams are due by Wednesday, August 6, 2025 at 6 p.m. That'll be the day of the final. All right, so let's check that, make sure we got that date correct. Yep, Wednesday, August 6, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. So what this means is at 6 p.m., the only thing you'll be able to do is the final. The final will be open for several days, but the cutoff for the final is going to be around 9 o'clock p.m., but I'll post that and remind you of that. But this August 6th is Wednesday, so if you're waiting, like 3 or 4 of you are going to do, you're going to say, hey, I didn't know, or I need more time. I'm going to be signing off here, and then I'll be back just in time to start the new term. So, and I'm going to submit grades before I leave, and so make sure you have everything turned in that you need to. And remember how the grading goes. 240 points are going to be on the quizzes, which is 12 quizzes, 20 points each. That's 240 points out of this total 600. And then your projects or your assignments or homeworks, 240 points of those out of the 600. And then your finals will be worth 120 points. So that's 240 plus 240, that's 480, and 120 equals 600 points, right? So there's nothing else that'll get you points. Now, if you're closer to the next grade and you've been helping out folks on the chat, then I'll give you up to 10 additional points to get that next grade if you're that close. If you haven't been active or you just want to beg for 10 points, you're not going to get it. You'll get the grade that you earned. So, like I said, this is why I'm telling you to make sure that you put your chats in the right area. And that way, I'm still getting a lot of emails that are coming in with the same questions. All right, now let me go over this again, and also I'm going to go over how to get customer support if you have any technical issues. If you have technical issues, only thing I can do as your instructor is I can manually grade the assignment if you submit it. All right, if it's not letting you submit it, you need to contact technical support. If it's doing something else that you can't submit it or whatever, or if you lose something or the software is not acting correctly, then that's technical support. If you forget your password, I can't even reset your password. All I can do is manually grade assignments, right, and then see your grades. So let's close this calendar. Let's look at where we're going to do with our chat. So if you got a question, instead of emailing me, and it's about the assignment, if it's a question about due date or something else other than, hey, I got a problem with this assignment, go to the Microsoft Teams, click on the General tab, and you'll see the chat. If you scroll down, you'll see the assignment. If you put something up here, make sure you put the assignment, the lab number, so C++ 2.2 or 2.2, any in this order. If this information is on there, whichever exam it is, so I know it's not Java, it's not Python, or if it is, put that there, and then which assignment, which chapter. So 3-1, 2-2, or 2.2, whatever. That information is there. I can see it and other students can see it. So if you have a problem with one of your homework assignments or one of the assignments not grading right or not doing something right, look here first. You scroll down and you see the answer may already be here, or would I tell that person, hey, go ahead and submit the assignment and I'll manually grade it. Some of them are not going to act right at all. So if I know that you got to that assignment and you submitted it, I'll already go ahead and do that. But like I said, when I'm on. So there's different type of, if yours is doing the same thing by looking here, then you know that, okay, this is what I need to do. So, right, and so you just post that there. I'm scrolling down. So, and if you want to, like, all you have to do to enter a new one, go to the bottom and click reply. and then put your comment there, and then click send. If you want to do a screenshot, that's great, but it's like if you submit the assignment, I can see the whole screen. I can see everything that you can see. I can try to run the program and see what you can see and what it's not doing, and I can make it bigger or smaller or move around through the different tabs, and I can also correct it and then try to run it again, and I can also manually grade it. But if you do a screenshot, it's harder for me to see, and it's much easier to submit it. You have unlimited submissions, so please do that. And here, I'll show you on the right area for the customer support. Now, before we leave this page, I'm reminding, I know a lot of you have already used the videos. Some of you haven't even done that. So because classwork, click here. This is where you'll find the video links for all of the homework, all the assignments, all the programs have been solved for you. The ones that are not, they're stated in the video. And if I'll go back and give you credit for them once you submit them and I manually verify them. All right, so here's how you find the videos. They're listed by week and by chapter. All right, and then not only that, for the quizzes, quick study guide, do the quick study guide for the quizzes, basically get the information from there, and even final exam quick study guide. So do that. Make sure you look at that video before the final, and you should do fine with the final. All right. Now let's see what else we have. I'll show you how to do get the customer support. Let's go up. All right, so we're going to go to modules. And you can also get to the videos here as well. This thing is not loose. Okay, video solutions. They're the same thing here in Canvas. Video solutions, video solutions, video solutions. Video solutions and video chapter 12. I didn't put those in there on the final, but I'll add that eventually. All right, so let's go and go to our customer support. So I'm going to Cengage. So once again, please slow down on the emails. Also, if you email me already and haven't got to it, I won't be available to do anything until probably Wednesday evening. So I'll still be out. So here, James. So you go up here where your name is, and here, customer support. You can do systems check, but customer support is where you click to get information. You can look at FAQs, but by now, if you've used this, if you haven't started yet or you're way behind, if you're having issues, use the frequently asked questions. If you're running into other issues, some of the times they do updates, so maybe on a Sunday or whatever, you might log on, or you might be trying to do something that might stop for a while, so beware of that. But here's where you get the customer support. Right here, look at your username, click on this down arrow, and then click on customer support, and it'll give you what information they give you. Once again, only thing I can do is if you submit the assignment, I can go and look at it, and then I can manually grade it, or I can mess around with it, manipulate it a little bit so I can see it better, see the whole thing, and see what you're trying to tell me. You can just go look at such and such, it's not doing this, or it's giving me that, and I'll do that when I see that in the chat, right? But I'm going to be out until Wednesday evening, so I'll get to those. If you don't get stuck on anything, you can move ahead on the other assignments and quizzes. You can do quizzes as well, so you're not stuck on that problem. A lot of times if I find out that you've got long enough with it and you kind of know what you're doing or got even close, I'll give you full credit for it and move on. Now, one thing about that too is like the last 2 weeks of the term, if you're like one person who like to do stuff at the last minute, I'm not putting myself through that trauma of trying to correct all those assignments. So if you're behind and the last 2 weeks and you start doing assignments and try to contact me and have me redo all this work, you're gonna get what you get. So if you like to work from behind, that's okay. But if I encourage you to get ahead, stay ahead, and even consider finishing early, because like I said, I'll be very busy during those last 2 weeks. So I'll be able to do regular grading. But if you're done doing early, I'll get to it before then and get you squared away. So even if it's, like I said, next Wednesday, the 8th or the 9th, sometime that evening, I'll be able to sit down and go through the assignments. So if you got some, continue to post them in the chat, and I'll get to them. All right? But don't let that stop you. There's other stuff you can do. Move ahead. Especially if you think it's correct. If it's a technical issue, use customer support. And also, make sure you're watching these videos, these updates, and I'll send this to you. All right. So I hope you enjoyed your 4th and your 4th of July weekend. And like I said, I'll get with you back on Wednesday evening. All right. So thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one.